All right, welcome everybody. So today we're going to go through the business owner role in Nintex Workflow Cloud. So this role is created for those users that would like to have insight into a workflow or multiple workflows in their Nintex Workflow Cloud environment. They can see how many workflows have been started over a specific period of time. They can see how many are running, how many are completed. They can actually even view the tasks as well, task history, active tasks, that type of information as well. So if you have some users in your environment that would like to have insight into those workflows, you can actually set them up to do that. So the first thing we need to do is assign the role to somebody for a workflow. And so let's take this first workflow here at the top, and we're going to go all the way over here to the right-hand side to the ellipsis. We're going to click on that. We're going to go down to permissions, and you'll see we have a couple different areas on this particular pop-up. So we have workflow owners, and then the business owners section, which is the part that we're going to be interested in here for this demo. You'll see we already have a couple of users assigned as a business owner for this particular workflow. So you can have more than one person assigned into that role if you like. So in order to do that, we would just click anywhere in this drop-down. You don't necessarily have to click on the arrow over here. You can click anywhere you like. And it's going to give you a list of the users that are available within your tenant. This is just a development tenant, so I only have a few users in here. You would probably have multiple more to pick from. And then I can select from somebody, and I can click OK right here to save that permissions. All right, and then I would just complete that for any of the workflows that I want to add business owners to. And then when those users come to log in to Nintex Workflow Cloud, they'll be in their My Nintex section. And then in the My Nintex section, they would come over here to the left-hand side where you see workflow tracking listed here. We're going to click on that. And then you'll see within this tenant, I am assigned to 5 different workflows as a business owner. So I have insight into those 5 different workflows. So here you just get a little bit of high-level information. You get the name of the workflow. You get when if there was any recent activity, when it was last started, how many were started in the last 30 days. Who are the owners, the business owners of that workflow? So if it's just a single owner of the workflow, you'll see the name. If it's multiple, you'll just see it says multiple owners, and I can click on that and see who those owners are. And then we see who that workflow is actually published by. So let's take a look at that workflow that we added the owner to here earlier in the video. We'll click on that one, and you'll notice by default this is showing me workflows that were started in the past 30 days. So I could come here if I want. We have a couple different presets that you can select from, either 30, 60, or 90 days here, or you can set your own custom date range. So if you wanted to look at, say, the past quarter and see how many of this particular workflow was started in the past quarter, you could come here, set that date range, and then you would see a list of all the workflows that were started within that quarter, how many are still running, how many were completed, so on and so forth. So I'm going to switch this just to 90 days, just to add another workflow here. And then you'll notice we get the name of the workflow, we get the status of the workflow, is it running, is it completed, we get when it was started, and if it was completed, we have a completion date here, and then started by. And then I can actually even click down into these to get a little more detail if I like. So you'll notice when I click on the workflow, I get a flyout over here on the right-hand side. In this first link here where it says Show Form, if I click on that, I can see the information that was submitted on the initial form. So if I need to go back and review that for some reason, to make a decision or to do something with it, I can go ahead and review that and look at all the information from the initial submission. It also does show us task history. So we can look here and we can see, what are the completed tasks so far in this particular workflow. And we see the outcome of the task, we see who they were completed by, when they were completed. And then if we clicked on that link there, we could actually even see the task form that person filled out. So if we wanted to see that one, we could click that, it'll load up the task form, and we can see, the outcome that was selected, the information on the task form, so on and so forth. And then we also see down here at the bottom, the active task. So let me close that. We can see the active task, and who it's assigned to, and then when was it sent to them. So again, if we, for some reason, if we needed to reach out to that person and find out why they haven't actioned this particular task, we know who to reach out to and find out, are they waiting on some information that they need to action the task, or maybe they've been out on vacation, something like that. So we can reach out. Having that information also would allow us to possibly identify any bottlenecks that might be, we might run across in this workflow. So if we see a particular task that these workflows are getting stuck on every time with the same person at the same task, maybe we need to reach out and find out, does that person have too much workload already and they're not able to devote time to actually come in, review the tasks that they have in workflow and action on those tasks, or maybe they just haven't been trained on how to do it. Maybe they're new and they're not sure what to do when they get those tasks. So maybe it's it's a situation where they just need some training, and once they're trained, then it'll move along. So again, just kind of allows you to maybe identify some bottlenecks, and if we need to, we can make some changes. We could update who these tasks are sent to if we need to, or something like that. So again, just a kind of quick review. After that person is assigned as a business owner, they can see all of the workflows that they were assigned that role to, get nice oversight and insight into each one of those workflows over a particular period of time. You can see statuses, how many were completed, how many are running. Again, just gives you a good idea of how many of these workflows have been run. If we're having any issues with them, how many of them are still or still running, that type of stuff over a period of time. So again, that's our business owner role. Thank you very much.